Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. I had a bath this morning and then I actually got back into bed and spent some time planning my week, meal planning for the week, and journaling and doing some more planning downstairs, and then editing last week's vlog before I was ready to have some lunch. Lunch is a little bit later today than planned, but that's okay because we're getting shit done and we're happy about it at a level and a speed that makes me happy this week, so that's okay. I'm obsessed with having these thin bagels with ham and cheese, well, half a slice of cheese, and melting it in the oven for a few minutes. And literally it's just been my favourite thing at the moment. I've got it upside down because the top is actually thicker than the bottom, so yeah, that's just how I've done it for some reason. And I've got a chocolate orange biscuit because I'm craving like that fake orangey taste at the moment, and a lemon and ginger toe because I'm trying to make sure I don't get headaches again if possible. But like I say, I think I know these headaches are brought on because I think I'm ovulating, which, you know, is a good thing. Hi, in person for a bit today, for a change. I want to talk about my YouTube strategy a little bit going forward, and some thoughts and things and some feelings which have come across from a comment that I received a few months ago. Also, I apologise today because I am in pain and I'm at the moment trying to not do my painkillers because the pain level isn't super high, so please excuse the pain face that I have going on and that I'm trying to mask a little bit with smiles and things, because I am quite uncomfortable, but the pain is borderline go take some stronger painkillers, but painkillers have side effects and it's trying to find my happy level and medium of them because the pain ebbs and flows, so I don't feel like I'm at that place where I need to take my heavy painkillers or stronger painkillers to get through it right now. So apologies for the pain face. So this lovely Tuesday I am in pain. I'm in quite a bit of pain and discomfort, but we will soldier on as we do. My brother-in-law and his wife are in Manchester for the day, so my husband and I, it's his day off. We are going into Manchester to see them and catch up. I'm wearing my favourite orange red dress and I love the cuffs of this dress. It's just super cute. I really like it. It's really comfy and it feels good. So I've put that on and I'm excited to see them, but I feel so much pain. We did a little bit of a shop in Manchester and then we went to the Cozy Club for a couple of drinks, and my sister-in-law's phone case is super cute and I love Cozy Club. Have you been into the one in Manchester? If you have, let me know because I really do like it. I think it's really cute. I got some belated birthday presents as well, which I will show you. We went to Almost Famous for burgers for their lunch menu, which we love and really enjoy, and we just had a really lovely time with them. I am going to be completely honest here with you and tell you that Wednesday was a complete and utter write-off. The amount of pain that I was in was ridiculous. I just couldn't get comfortable. I was in so much pain and discomfort and I just couldn't manage it. It was really, really hard. I feel really vulnerable sharing these clips, but I want to be honest with you, you amazing human beings, because you might be struggling too, and kind of want to normalize that sometimes we are in pain that we can't deal with, and it's a struggle and it's hard. And I had several cries and a nap, and it was a really, really tough day for me, and it was really difficult, really, really difficult. I'm having a bad morning. I woke up with a lot less pain than yesterday, thankfully. However, I've either done something to my shoulder or I've got trapped gas. I'm not sure which one it is because when I'm pressing in my shoulder, it's not relieving any pain or anything. But if it's trapped gas, I'm like, I don't know how it could be trapped gas because I haven't had anything to have caused it. But it's the kind of pain I get when I do get trapped gas, which is why I'm thinking, is it trapped gas? I do have some hip pain. It's not as bad as yesterday, thankfully. But I do have some hip pain. And so I messaged my friend, been like, should I force myself to go for a walk? And even though I know it's not actually going to help because we did this last week and it didn't do anything, should I just try and see if it does? And she was like, why don't you try doing some Pilates or some yoga? And I was like, okay, do you know what? Yeah, I'll do 10 minutes of Pilates while I run a bath. I did 10 minutes of Pilates and that did help my hip ovary pain that I'm having. Let's have some peppermint tea, see if it is trapped gas, if it'll move it around, because I've not had any peppermint tea for ages, like months and months and months, like at least 2 or 3 months. And I went to go get some peppermint tea and I think it's gone mouldy. I think the tea that's in the packaging has gone mouldy. I take it to the window to show you that I think it's gone mouldy because that's better lighting. But yeah, and then I had a bath and it's one of those push plunge plugs and it's got stuck and I don't have enough strength to apply enough pressure around the plug hole to get it to pop back up. Yeah, even a few hours later, there's still water in my bath. And then I just felt like it was a few different things going wrong this morning, and I was having a bad morning. However, a bad morning doesn't mean a bad mood, and a bad morning doesn't mean a bad day. It's just a bad morning, and they're easy enough to turn around. So I've just had lunch, which, as you'll see, is my favourite at the moment. It's just a ham and cheese bagels, and I've taken some more painkillers, and I'm just trying to get on with my day. I'm thinking of having a nap, to be honest with you, because I'm in a lot of discomfort. I've reached my point. Yesterday, to be honest, was my point. I've surpassed my point. Yesterday was my point, and the amount of pain that I was in, and I was tired. And by the time my husband came home from work, he got home for about 6-ish. I was super grumpy. I was in a lot of pain, and we needed to have a serious conversation because an opportunity's come up at work for him for a promotion, for him to apply for, which is fine. It's great. We'd already discussed this for the last year or so, if not longer. 2 years, 3 years now. We've been discussing this possibility, but it's in a different location, which is fine. We're okay about moving. But just because I was tired yesterday because I had been in so much pain and I was grumpy, I didn't sound enthusiastic about the whole situation and I didn't sound great about it. And so my husband was like, are you sure you still want to do this? Are you happy with this? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And I was just like, it didn't say it's fine, I don't think. But I just, when you don't have any tone going on with your voice or anything like that. And so it was just a bit difficult because my husband kept thinking he'd done something wrong or I didn't want to do it. And I was just in so much pain. I ended up moving from the cocodamol to the codeine later in the evening. And that actually really did help alleviate some of the pain that I was feeling. However, I'm at that point where I'm only sleeping about, I know this is a lot for some people, but I'm only sleeping about 8 hours and my body needs more sleep than 8 hours, but I'm just in pain. And so getting to sleep is difficult because I can't get comfortable and it's just not great. So I think I'm in that I need 9 or 10 hours worth of sleep at the moment, which is a lot of sleep. but sleep is healing. It is good when you're unwell, when you're in pain and your body is struggling. So that is why I'm thinking about having a nap, because I'm really tired. Like, you know, when you're tired and you just want to cry. I've reached that point of my beyond point, if that makes sense. So I've like reached my limit. Yesterday was my limit. I've surpassed it today. I'm tired. I'm grumpy. And I'm so tired because I feel like I want to cry, and it's not because of pain. I'm just extremely uncomfortable. Like, my whole top shoulder here is like killing me and feels awful. The pain in my hip ovary area is like a big chunk. Like, the pain travels halfway down my thigh and can go up to like my kidney area, the pain, which makes the whole thing complicated because it could be nerve pain. And I was on medication for that, which I actually came off medication for that in October because things seem to be doing better. And now we're here, and there were side effects too. Side effects to everything you take, even just as simple as taking painkillers or paracetamol. There are always side effects. And yeah, my doctor and I discussed things, and we decided to come off the what I was on. Technically it's not a painkiller. The medication that I was on for my nerve pain that had been prescribed by the endometriosis team back in 2020. And so we made that decision because of the side effects of that medication, and that's been fine up until now. And I am just kind of like, I think I am ovulating, which is why I'm in so much pain and discomfort. And it's just figuring out how long this will last for and how long this will go on for, to see whether or not it's worth trying that medication for my nerve pain again, whether or not it's not. It's a complicated one, and I just don't know. I can't decide whether or not it's worth having that discussion now or waiting a bit longer. It's all fun and games over here. It's all fun and games. In the meantime, like I say, I have been not as productive last week and this week as I would have liked, getting much done, and I'm having to be okay with that. I don't really have a choice because it's literally what I can manage, and it's just how it is right now, and I just have to go with it and accept it because there's not much I can do to change it. So I'm gonna have to move because I'm in so much discomfort. When we saw my brother-in-law and his wife on Tuesday when they were in Manchester, they were super sweet and they gave me some presents for my birthday. So I got a belated birthday card. I'd show you the handwriting, but I don't want to show their names, so let me figure out how to. My sister-in-law has got really, really beautiful handwriting. They got me a game, Blockbuster and Chill, and this is really old school because Blockbuster used to be a video rental company, which is very much showing my age there, and it is definitely something me and my husband used to go to, not together, but we're from the same hometown, and used to use. So that's reminiscent, and it's a cute little game. We don't actually play games together that much. We don't really get house guests very often, so it's usually when we're with family that we do game stuff. So this might be something my mum and stepdad might want to play with us, and Ryan, my husband's siblings and partners. They got me a moleskin, which is ruled, and look at this colour. This colour is beautiful. Like, I'm so in love with this turquoise colour. I think it's lovely. It is hardback, which is fine. I prefer softback if possible, but they didn't know that, and that's fine. I'm not going to be picky. It's just I'm extremely grateful that they got me a moleskin notebook because I love to journal in them. That's my current one that I'm using right now. So this will be my after one, which is great. And then they got me, I'm so grateful for this. They got me the last book in my cloth bound collection list. Literally, I don't think I want any more books in the cloth bound collection right now. I don't have anything else on my list. I mean, I was contemplating Jekyll and Hyde, but I'm not 100% sure whether or not I want it. But this finishes my collection, and my brother-in-law said that he'd got the book for me and then saw this and he realised how the colours went together, and I thought that was really sweet. And yeah, I'm super grateful for the gifts and extremely grateful for another journal as always, and for the last book in my cloth bound collection, my cloth bound classics collection. I don't have a ton of them. I've got quite a few, but I don't have a ton, and I love them all. If you're interested in seeing a video about my entire cloth bound collection that I've got and why I've got some of those books, then let me know. If you're kind of like, hey Ali, did you know that Odyssey is the first book and it's a 2-part? I do, and I studied this at university, and so I do have the first one. I have my dad's version of the Odyssey and the Iliad, which is the second book in it, which is those two really old yellowy copies next to the Agatha Christie in between the little Shakespeare book. I have those two that were my dad's and that I can't open anymore because the pages are falling out. And then if you look at right at the top, let me see if I can zoom in, next to the Shakespeare, sorry, not the Shakespeare, the Sherlock Holmes, I have the Iliad, which I can't remember who bought me it. It was either, I can't remember which brother-in-law bought me it, but one of my brother-in-laws bought me it because they're all lovely and they all buy me these cloth-bound classic books. And I've already got the Odyssey in the Penguin collection that I had for university that I've already read and really enjoyed. But yeah, also you can see they're the rest of my cloth-bound classics there. And so that finishes off my collection really nicely, and I'm really happy with it. And I can't wait to reread it at some point. And yes, isn't my sister-in-law's handwriting very lovely? You know, you've reached that point and you're like, what was I going to say again? That's where I'm at right now. It's so much later in the day than I originally planned or anticipated it was going to be right now. I had a bad night. My pain levels this morning were so much better than they have been this week. And I think I overdid it a little bit. I'm currently 5:47 and I'm painkiller free so far. It has been a bit of a tough one the last hour or so, but as you can hear, my laptop's like downloading my YouTube video that's gonna hopefully go up. I'm gonna schedule to go up for Saturday morning, and today's just kind of gotten away from me a little bit, which is fine. As I said, I had a bad night last night, so I woke up 15 minutes before my alarm went off, but then turned my alarm off because I woke up 15 minutes before my alarm was going to go off, and then I fell back to sleep until 9:30, or just literally a couple minutes before 9:30, and then I came down to say goodbye to my husband because he said he was going to work. He left for work, and then I was like texting him saying, you know you're not in till 11:30, so you don't have to leave for another half an hour. And so then he came back and so we got to spend another half hour together on the sofa, which was really nice, and have breakfast together. And then he went to work. I had another cup of tea on the sofa and just chilled, and then I was like, a cushion had been really bothering me after I had a nap yesterday. it smelt funny. So I was like, I don't remember when I last washed it, so let's go wash the cushion. So I took the cushion out of the cover, and inside it was all, as you'll have seen, it was all fluffy and really bad. So I grabbed all the other cushions that I like that, and I had a big cushion tidy clear up, and then washed them all. And then while I was doing that, I then got suckered into cleaning the kitchen and dining room, as you'll have seen, which took way longer than anticipated, because then I started moving stuff out of the kitchen living room and kitchen dining room and putting it outside, and then being like, I just really got into it and it wasn't planned. I ended up sweeping the whole thing, hoovering up bits, mopping the whole floor, moving everything around, and then I ended up doing an extra load of laundry that I hadn't been planning on doing. And then I was sweaty and gross, so I had to go get a shower, and then I did some other stuff around the house for a little bit, and then I FaceTimed my mum. I had a really light snackish lunch, and then I ended up spending a couple of hours, like 3 hours I think it was, doing 2 or 3 hours working on my paint by numbers, which is a gift for my mum as well. It was meant to be her Mother's Day present, but I got sick for a few weeks, so then I haven't been able to work on it. And then this week has been an up and down week, and I just haven't been making the time for it. I need to do it when it's light out and there's good weather, because I need natural sunlight for it. So I've been working on it, and then I've managed to edit a video, and I've also journaled. The irony, because it's a video about journaling, I've journaled, and I have started a new book, which I'm going to get into this evening because my husband's on a late, and that's fine. He's on a late, and so I have the rest of the evening now. I haven't done any editing of my novel, of my non-fiction book this week, not anything, not one bit, and I'm kind of like, it's okay. It's not, but it's okay. It has to be okay, because I've not prioritised it. I haven't had the brain capacity for it. I'm now in too much pain to keep going, and need to skip the paracetamol and head straight to the codeine. I'm tired as well, because of the pain is making me tired and grumpy. Well, not super grumpy, but... And it's been just a week, hasn't it? It has just been a really tough week with managing the pain and everything, and I'm not gonna lie, it has been really tough for me. This is not unusual, and it's not abnormal for me, I'm sorry to say. It is my everyday life of trying to manage things, and it is just how it is, and you just gotta deal with the hand that you've been given and just try and manage it the best you possibly can. And I'm 18 years into doing this, living with this illness. I was officially diagnosed when I was 20 in 2006. The first year that my husband and I were together, we were already together for 6-7 months by the time I, had to have the laparoscopy to get my diagnosis. And my husband's been through this with me the whole way through, so we are totally a team at doing this and getting through this and managing this. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being that I'm so grateful for, that is so understanding and kind about this whole thing, even when I'm a grumpy, moody cow and he thinks he's done something wrong and he hasn't. I'm just in pain and I'm just struggling. And this month, March, is Endometriosis Awareness Month, and I haven't said anything. I haven't been on Instagram to say anything. I haven't written a blog post. I haven't written anything about it. I haven't even jumped onto YouTube or a podcast or anything to talk about it, which is, for me, it's not surprising. Since 2020, I have slowly been on the stop talking about endometriosis, because I'm feeling really frustrated about the whole thing, that I'm 18 years in and nothing's really changed for me. And I feel like my story is a bit of a horror story with endometriosis. There have been numerous surgeries. Those one of those surgeries was a really big surgery, and there was massive repercussions from having that surgery. There were so many things that went wrong, and that's massively affected my life over the last 8 years since I've had that surgery. And in 2016, I had the massive surgery then. I've had so I've technically had a laparoscopy and then 2 endometriosis surgeries, 2008 and then 2016. And now I'm kind of like in flux, in limbo about what the next steps are, and it's a bit frustrating. And sometimes I feel like I'm tired of talking about it because it's something that I live with every day. It's something that I've been, like I said, been living with, officially diagnosed for 18 years. That's not including the fact that there were many years beforehand that I didn't know what it was that I had, that I'd been living with. And do I have anything new or interesting to add to it? And I never feel like that I do. But sometimes it's good to talk about it and to vent about it and to share my thoughts and stuff. But at the same time, like I said, mine is a horror story right now. It is a real horror story. And I don't want somebody who's just getting diagnosed or think they have it end up listening off having my horror story and then being like, I don't want surgery because this happened to this person. And yeah, my second surgery was an anomaly with everything that happened, and it just was like boom, 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 so many different things, so many different parts happened. I've talked about it in the past on this channel. I think the videos are still up. I can't say 100% for sure they are. I've definitely had it written about it on my blog and on my Instagram. And I'm in this phase of I don't know if I want to carry on talking about endometriosis or I want to stop. I can't decide. I really don't know. I just don't know. Honestly, just don't know. If you're interested in hearing about endometriosis, let me know. But I don't, like I said, I don't know if I've got anything of value to offer in that perspective. Or maybe I'm just so mired into the whole thing that I just don't feel like I do. So I've just been really quiet about sharing and talking about it and everything over the last few years. And also one of the things was that I was so in the trenches of it in 2020 that I was at the point where I was just like, I don't think I can talk about it right now anymore. I think I need a break. Like I'd kind of felt like I'd hit a limit in a sense about stuff. So that was another reason I stopped talking about it, I suppose. And yeah, I kind of got off topic there, didn't I? Maybe I should be sharing more about endometriosis if I'm feeling this way about it all at the moment. But I think today got off track in a sense of what I was doing and my original plan and how everything was supposed to go, and that's fine. Life happens. I prioritised things that I had energy for that weren't technically on my to-do list. That's okay. The file's just trying to download now, which will be great because then I can upload it. And I'm literally having to stop. If I wasn't in massive pain right now, I would probably edit a couple of chapters with a film on the TV and do another hot water bottle for my hip ovary area. But I need to take the codeine, and sometimes the codeine makes me a little brain fuzzy, and trying to edit when my brain feels like that is not a good idea. So maybe my priorities are out of whack, maybe they're not, but I prioritise what I've wanted to do today, and I don't feel guilty about it, and that's what matters the most. And I'm just going to have a chill evening. I am rereading a Grace McGinty book. It's technically a 4-part series. It used to be a 3-part series, but she came out last year with the 4th part in the book even though it was like a big break. The first 2 books were released in 2020. It's her Undead series. I'll try and leave a link in the description box below, because Dark River series. It's her Dark River series. I'm on the 3rd book, Pleasantly Undead in Dark River. I've read the last 2 over the last couple of days. I have a think about what to eat for tea, because my husband's on a late, so he won't be home till 9:30. By the time he gets home, I'm going to be in bed. By the time he gets home, I'll have been in bed for maybe 2 hours. Because when he's on a late, I like to go to bed early. Like, really early. Sometimes I've gone to bed at 6:30, but mostly that's been because I've been in pain and can't get comfortable on the sofa. So I'm going to go raid my cupboards, see what I fancy for tea, because it's 6 o'clock now, and curl up with my book. Also, that's another thing as well, is I like rereading. When I'm in a lot of pain and I'm struggling with brain fog and getting my brain to concentrate and stuff like that, I like to reread books that I've already read before and that I know I enjoy, because it's easier for my brain and I know I'm not missing out on too much information. The worst thing is when you're reading a book for the first time and you're having to reread the same passage over and over and over again. You get so frustrated, and then you might end up falling out in love with the book, or with the series, or with the genre, or, you know, there's so many different things, and it can put you off reading, and you don't want that. I really don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. And then, like I said, I'm going to curl up on the sofa, and then that's it. That's me done for tonight. If I can get into bed in the next 90 minutes, I will be extremely happy. The light is changing. It's 6 o'clock and it's not dark yet. The sun has not yet set. The clocks are changing, so I'm going to embrace my cozy dark evenings as much as I can before the clocks change. So I'm going to go and take some codeine, because my pain is gone from my hip all the way to my knee and it's agonising. We'll go raid my cupboards and see what I can come up with for food, and then reading time, and then I'm done. My cupboards are not bare, but they're getting there. I don't know what I want. If I want something quick and easy, or if I want something, I don't know. My thoughts are, I think I've got too many options is what I'm going at right now, which is a really lovely luxury to have, but it's too many options. I have a tin of this lemon and thyme tuna. I could have it with some pasta. I could have it on some bread, on some toast, with sauce that I do, which is just ketchup and Worcestershire sauce mixed together and then spread on the toast. Or I could have it with the pasta. Or the other option is I could have some rice with some sweet and sour sauce, and see what frozen chicken we have in the freezer, which I'm quite tempted by actually. We've got popcorn chicken. We've got salt and pepper chicken. Or do I want... I'm pretty sure we've got some jacket potatoes. Do I want some baked potatoes with the tuna? I am going to go with popcorn chicken, sweet and sour sauce, and rice, because I had a naughty lunch of just crisps and a biscuit, so I'm quite hungry. So I'm going to eat the whole packet of rice and do about 9 pieces of popcorn chicken. There we go. Simple, easy. And I have about 40 minutes and I can go to bed. So I'm going to shove on some YouTube and eat. When I read, sometimes I will put on Lo-Fi Girl to read to, because it's just nice and chill, and I put a red light on the hue light so I get cozy. I get a peppermint or lemon and ginger tea, which is what this one was, because we killed the peppermint, remember? and just chilled and just relaxed and did my reading in my cozy setting. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it and you got something out of it, and I really appreciate you being here. Hell yes, bedtime. The moon looks so pretty tonight as well. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.